G'day! In today's video I'm going to delve a little more deeply into the pop-out photos that I showed you how to make in the previous video, and I'll put the link up here. Let's hope that's the right spot for it. Anyway, I wanted to delve a little more deeply, so come with me and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So thanks for stopping with me. I'm Aussie Mark, and I hope that you might get something out of this video that will encourage you to stick with my channel, and so I hope that you'll subscribe and hit that notification bell. In today's video we are looking at pop-out pictures again, but this time not just drone photos where I was talking about making a building or some kind of a tower, some inanimate object pop out, but we're going to actually have a look at how to show movement or create movement in your photos by taking a photograph that you may have had with a drone or may not have. It can, all of these photos that I've got to show you today have not come from drones, but have simply come from a website where you can access free photographs. That's called unsplash.com. There's a little bonus for you, and I'm going to put that link down in the description. So let's go in and have a look at these photos and see what I'm talking about. So here's an example of a moving object. This lady's diving, but which way do we want to actually cut it to make it look like a pop-out? Do we want her to be cut from the top, or cut out of the middle, or cut out of the bottom? It's not an easy choice sometimes, but then in other cases it's pretty easy. Take a look at this killer whale that's leaping out of the ocean. That was a perfect choice to use for a pop-out on a flat surface, so a mobile phone sitting on the table seemed to be the ideal choice for that. What about this guy doing wakeboarding off the wake of a speedboat or jet boat, I guess, on the lake on the weekend? He's obviously moving forward, so we need to make sure that he's moving forward in the pop-out photo. So I popped him into the photo of my TV, coming skiing out or skating out or wakeboarding out of the TV set. Now it doesn't always have to be horizontal images that you're using the frame for. Here's a photo of a motorbike rider heading virtually straight towards us. The ground is kind of not exactly flat, but it's certainly heading that way, so you want your frame to be fairly flat as well. And so here's the example I've used. In this case I wanted to make sure I got the whole front wheel of that motorbike in, so I made my rectangular frame first, then I rotated it around about 45 degrees or thereabouts. Perhaps I should have gone in the other direction. See, there's so many choices you can make before I actually popped him out of the photograph. And what about this guy on his quad bike leaping out into the air? Now if that's not movement, I don't know what is. But in my case, what I wanted to do was I wanted to have him leaping out of a wall photo, a wall frame, a frame that like a mirror frame basically. I didn't like the direction he was facing, so I just flipped the photo, and here's the result. Leaping out of a mirror on the wall. I didn't like the background either, so I changed that too. So it can be done in any number of ways. Just play around with it. Here's an example. I'm going to start with this race car that I want to pop out of a frame, but this time I'm going to use a Polaroid border. And this Polaroid border is something that I've found by doing my searches on Google Images, looking for a photo frame that doesn't have royalty-free rights. So I'm going to copy that by going Control A for selecting all, Control C for selecting copy, go over to here and go Control V, which will, whoops, that's a trap for newbies. You don't want to paste it on the same layer. You want to undo that, and we want to paste it onto a different layer, onto another layer. So paste in new layer, and there we go. Now if I move this over here a little bit, that's not looking too bad. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to deselect it by hitting enter, and now I want to rotate it a little bit. So what I can do there is I can just select my move selected pixels, click on the whole of this layer, and then if I grab with the right mouse button and rotate, you can see that the frame is going to rotate a little bit. Now it's also showing that it's now a little bit too big, so I want to make that a bit smaller. So I'm actually going to zoom out here so I can see the whole edges and move it down. Make sure that fits there. And then I'm going to hit enter to deselect that. Now I'm going to go up to layers, rotate, and I'm going to rotate this backwards a little bit. And I want to try and still make it look like it's flat. Okay, and I'm going to move the frame so that the car appears to run out of the image. So I'm going to make this a little bit smaller using the zoom tool. I'm going to zoom that in a little bit, bring the frame forward. I want the car to appear to drive out of the picture. So that's where I'm going to frame it. And I might lay that down a little bit more so that it really does look like it's driving off the edge of the photograph. Hit OK for that one. And then we're just going to go through the same process as we did in my first tuition video. I won't bore you with that. You can go back to the find that on the link that I'll put up here on the video. So here's the finished product. Looks like the car's just about to drive out of the photo. So as you can see, pop-out photos really do encourage movement in your photos and really bring them to life even more than they already did. So I hope that you'll try some of those, capturing your dog or your kids or a vehicle or some other kind of item that's already moving. Take a photo with it and then try and make it into a pop-out. Thanks for watching again, and don't forget, give me a thumbs up if you like this video, please. That would be really fantastic and would make my day even better than it already is. You guys take care now, and I'll talk to you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.